Hare Jaya Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Acharya Ashtautra Sata Sri Srimad Sri Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Samaveda Gaura Bhaktarunda Ki Itai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shriyuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Lalita Sri Vishakam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. It's always pleasure to come to Columbus to see all my old friends and take their association. So today we'll read from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, text number 31. Eme matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha sraddhavanto anusuyanto mucchante tepi karmabhi. Translation and purport, Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Those persons who execute their duties according to my injunctions and who follow these teachings faithfully without envy becomes free from the bondage of creative actions. Purport. The injunctions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is the essence of all Vedic wisdom and therefore is eternally true without exceptions. As the Vedas are eternal, so this truth of Krishna consciousness is also eternal. One should have firm faith in these injunctions without envying the Lord. There are many philosophers who write commentaries on Bhagavad Gita but have no faith in Krishna. They will never be liberated from the bondage of creative actions. But an ordinary man with firm faith in the eternal injunctions of the Lord, even though unable to execute such orders, becomes liberated from the bondage of the law of karma. In the beginning of Krishna consciousness, one may not fully discharge the injunctions of the Lord, but because one is not resentful at this of these principles and works sincerely without considerations of defeat or hopelessness, he will surely be promoted to the stage of pure Krishna consciousness. I'm getting old. I need a light. So anyway, so this is a wonderful sloka by Krishna and very nice purport here. So we can talk about this, but I'll just talk on the main points. So here Krishna is saying that whoever follows my instructions, which are given in Bhagavad Gita, two things. One is faithfully and second is without envy. And these two is connected to the last one. He becomes free from the bondage of fruitive actions. So if your fruitive actions has to be Krishna consciousness, then we have to understand what is faithfully and what is without envy. And these two things, faithlessness and envy about Krishna, is the cause of being in this material world. So why we envy Krishna, and more we envy Krishna, our faith becomes less. And our karmic reactions go on increasing because we have no faith in Krishna. This is the cycle. So the first thing we have to see why we are envious of Krishna. So Krishna means all attractive, right? Krishna means sarva akarshati iti Krishna. He's all attractive, and when we want to become the center of attraction, that is directly envying Krishna. Because Krishna is the center of attractive. But when we try to become attractive, then we are challenging Krishna. And then our faith also decreases. And because when you do not have faith, you don't feel like following the instructions of Krishna. And that pushes us down to karmic reactions, cycle of karmic reactions. So when you go back to the second chapter, second sloka, in the purport, Prabhupada mentioning the 6 qualities of Krishna. Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Yashasya, Viryasya, Sri, Jnana Vairagyasya, Shanna Bhagaiti Gana. So Prabhupada translates them. The Supreme Personality who possesses all riches, all strength, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge and all renunciation is called Bhagavan. So this is Krishna because he has these 6 qualities in full. And in this material world also, there are 6 qualities that makes other attracted to us. So when we want people attraction, one of these qualities is in us or related to 6 qualities. And when we think this quality belongs to me, that is directly envying Krishna. Because we lose our focus in Krishna because we are trying to become a focus in this world. So we'll see how that happens. So one who possesses all riches. Prabhupada gives example, one who has $1,000, one who has $1 million, one who has $1 billion. He is rich, but he cannot say that all the riches belongs to me. Correct? So whatever rich I have, whatever money I have, we start thinking it is mine, we are directly envying Krishna because it is all belongs to Krishna. So therefore, Krishna is Sripati, Srinidhi, Sridhar, Sri is Lakshmi. He is the owner of all the Lakshmi. And if we try to claim any property over any money in this world or any opulence in this world, so Krishna is so rich, you can see if richest man in this world, like so many companies are there, so they employ 30,000, 40,000 people. How many Krishna has servant? How many servant Krishna has? And he has not employed them. They are doing without any penny full-time job. Since the beginning of creation to the end of creation. Just our example in front of our eyes, Sashi Chandra, sun. Just imagine what kind of employee he is. He is not even taking 1 penny. Can you imagine? That should be our service attitude. When I can serve like Surya, even taking a break for a second, because that is the nature of the soul. Nature of the soul is to serve Krishna. Pratikshana swadhana lolupasya. We glorify our Guru. Every second he is testing. So that is Krishna consciousness. Till we start testing Krishna, seeing Krishna everywhere, serving everywhere, that means we are lacking in Krishna consciousness. So pratikshana swadhana lolupasya. So you see all 33 crores of devatas, they are all controlling all the universe. So they are kind of employees of Krishna. Ekale Ishvara Krishna, Arasa Bhabrutya. They are all servants of Krishna. And see, it is said in Bhagavatam, Suryastapati Mad Bhayat. Because of me, the sun is, shining in the sky. So that bhaya is not Krishna standing with a stick, if you don't do your job, I will beat you. No. Bhaya is of 2 types, out of respect. When you're in front of in front of a spiritual master, you are also, you are afraid, bhaya. But that is not because that fearfulness is out of respect. So all these devatas who are controlling everything in this material world, that's the riches of Krishna. So who has that riches? You know. So this is why when I start thinking, I have a company, I have 40 employees, I'm a controller. You know, that brings down us. We started envying Krishna, not philosophically, but nature. Our tendency becomes we become attached to whatever we have, and we start envying Krishna. So how we understand, how we dovetail this propensity? By accepting Ishavasam Idam Sarvam. I'm like a custodian here, I'm not the owner. And use whatever I have in the service of Krishna. Then that is not an envy. You can have all the money, like Parikshit Maharaj was the king of the whole world. So just imagine how much money he had. But when he had to give up his kingdom, Rajech avikale, without disturbance, he gave up everything. So if you have this consciousness throughout your life, then at the time of death, it is not difficult to give up everything. Because you have developed that consciousness. It's already offered to Krishna, so nobody is going to take away anything from you. So that is the reason. So this is the first reason, all riches. We have to understand whatever riches we have, whatever bank balance, whatever mutual funds, or whatever insurances, everybody. So this is all we may, we may think life insurance will protect me, car insurance will, no, nothing can protect in this world except for holy name. That may protect your body, but that will not protect your soul. And soul is the important part of the body. There is no insurance for that. We try to insure all parts of our body. In America, home loan is compulsory, car loan is compulsory, health insurance, people try to get. But anybody have soul insurance? Nobody has. So this is, Krishna is there. Krishna has given the insurance for the soul. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. You don't say that become happy and chant Hare Krishna. You have to understand that. You chant Hare Krishna, whatever you get, in that you become happy. Because you will be never happy and then chant Hare Krishna. Because material world is not meant to become happy, correct? So whatever we have to chant Hare Krishna, and to develop this consciousness, all riches, because Krishna has all the riches, is never decreases. Our things are going up and down, our financial situation goes up and down, but Krishna's ever increasing. So that is the one quality of Krishna. And if we try to take that, we are envying, and when again envying means no faith means fruitive reactions. So this is the chain. So what is the next one? All riches, all strength. Now what is our strength? When you go to Kroger, we cannot lift your bags and bring it to the car. We need a cart. That is our strength. Right? In America, right? In India, people at least have big thailis and everything. I remember I used to go with my father for shopping. We carry like 5 bags in this hand, 5 bags in this hand. My father will carry same, and sometimes on the back. At least we had that strength. In America, we take a cart, even for one bottle of milk. We don't have that much strength either. So, somebody can have strength, like Olympics, they have some strength, they lift like 350 and they become gold medalist, But is that really a strength? How much they have to struggle to gain that? And they think they are got gold medalist. And next year somebody comes, lifts like 0.1 pound from them, more than them, and they become gold medalist. So in this world, always there is a competition for strength. Somebody become mighty, somebody else becomes mighty. But what is Krishna's strength? See, in Krishna book is mentioned that Krishna lifted Govardhan on his left hand with his, what is this called? Pinky finger, smallest part of the body. According to Ayurveda, your right side is more strong than left side. And left hand, not even all hand, the weakest finger in your life, probably use this name for this and this only. We never use this finger for anything else, right? Weakest finger of this body, Krishna lifts Govardhan hill. So what is he showing? He is using almost no strength to lift Govardhan hill for 7 days. Correct? Now people may say, oh, this is all in the Mahabharata and Ramayana, and all these things are he built of Setu and lifted his Govardhan. Krishna is doing more powerful Leela right in front of us even today. And how is that? At least he is touching here to Govardhan to lift it. Now, just by glance, all these universes are flying in the sky. They are all in the sky. They have no support. Gama Vishich Bhutani Dharayam Aham Ojasa. aham. Because out of my aham is kind of a magnetic power. You know, Krishna is maintaining this universe, Maya Dakshina Prakriti. So sometimes we have a awe and reverence for Govardhan Leela, but in front of us every day we can see sun is in the sky. Nobody is lifting him. Krishna is just by his glance is holding. And it is not stationary, they are moving also. You can hold something, but you have to balance that. And he is balancing in such a way, it is said that Earth planet, it just tilts 1 centimeter on right, it will be all freezed and everybody will die. 1 inch on right, other side, then everybody will get heat and burned. Can you imagine? And it's moving, sun is moving, earth is moving. How has to be maintained and without touching it? Maya Dakshina Prakriti. So this Leela is far powerful in front of our eyes, even in Kali Yuga we can see. So that is the strength of Krishna. So if I think I lift something or if I do something powerful, where is our strength? We cannot compare our strength to Krishna. Prabhupada gives an example of Atlas holder, right? That Atlas, he is struggling to hold that universe on his head. But Krishna is not Atlas. You don't see Krishna holding like this, right? Krishna is not even touching it. He is expansion, Mahavishnu manifest all the material world. And all these creations right in front of us, our eyes. So when we see sun and moon, we remember Krishna. And that way we are not able to see Krishna directly at this point because we have some impurities, we are bound in karmic reality, we do not have enough faith. But if we want to see Krishna, yes, Pravasmi Shashi Suryo, the sun is there, the moon is there. How they are floating in the sky? Who is making them float? Maya Dakshina. So this Leela is even, of course, that Govardhan Leela is to please all the devotees. But universal form is not shown only for Arjuna. It is also for neophyte devotees like us. Those who have no complete faith, we have not seen Krishna. So we can see Krishna by his energies. I was talking to Ramurti Prabhu on the way. So just like when you are small, how do you know your father is home? Previously they used to have only one shoe, not like today, 5 shoes are outside. So you see his shoe outside, right? And then you understand father is home. So you see all the things mentioned in universal form. You see Himalaya, you can see Ganga, you can see sun, you can see moon, you can taste the water. This is the way Prabhupada said you become Krishna conscious. By seeing this Virat, it is not only for Arjuna. Arjuna knew who Krishna was. He don't have to say, show me Virat form, Krishna don't have to show his opulences. Of course, he told me, that is enough. Now you become 200 form. So, but behind this, there is 200 form of Krishna, who is in Golok Vrindavan. So this is how we become a devotee of Krishna, by understanding Krishna's strength. Then we don't feel competing with. When we start competing, if I can become better other than somebody else, if my competitor. So devotee don't compete in this world. He is a custodian and he understands his position and he understands the position of Krishna. So he surrenders. So all strength, that, it's a kind of envy if you don't accept Krishna. We are puffed up of our strength and we start thinking that I am the more powerful. So all fame, who is more famous in this world? Who is more famous person in the world now? Nobody, right? Yeah, there may be somebody who is famous in America.
Infamous.
What?
The most famous people are the most infamous ones.
Hare Krishna. Good explanation. That's right. You may be famous in Columbus or Ohio or in US, but nobody cares you in India. But in India, somebody is famous, like Modi is very famous, but nobody cares. No, except for some devotee people, his bhaktas. Nobody knows who Modi is, right? So similarly, there are so many powerful, but they are not known by every single person in this world. Every single person. Every single person, every single jiva knows Krishna. Maybe he knows by Allah, Jehovah, or there is no God. That means negatively there is God, but I don't accept him. So God, G-O-D, this word in many languages everybody knows, whether he is atheist or theist. Is it not true? God say, I don't accept God. That's a different thing. But he cannot deny. You don't accept, but there are people who are accepting. But G-O-D, God, every living entity knows. Because we have natural relationship, no matter in what body we are. So he is so famous. Today, you see, in part of Maharashtra where I come from, 10 lakh people are started walking today. We go, this is called Pandharpur Wari. We go from Dehu, that is our palki goes from there. Or we Hare Krishna devotees, we go. This year I am missing. Today we start from Dehu and we go to Pandharpur walking for about 21 days. Every day we walk. So there are 10 lakh devotees who are walking. And there are unlimited devotees who are in touch with all this. Nowadays it is available even on YouTube and everything. So these people, next 21 days, they are chanting the glories of Vithala. Is there any person in the world that 21 days somebody chants the glories and goes to see him? Fraction of a second you get his darshan, again you come out. Is there any person so famous, even in Kali Yuga, who will walk for 21 days, take a darshan, standing in line for 23, 24, 26, 36, 80 hours, sometimes 3 days, people stand in line and to take a glimpse of darshan? Is any person is there? Even today in Kali Yuga, people go to Tirupati every day, about 50,000 people. People go to Sri Rangam, they go to Udupi, they go to Badrinath. Is there any famous person in the world? Nobody. What is our fame? I am not even famous in Columbus one lane, Even one lane, nobody knows me. And still I think I am so famous, I am the center of attraction. Correct? Everybody wants to be famous, to become a center of attraction. So whenever we go to marriages, how we dress? Do we dress the way I want? How many people dress the way they want? Of course, I should not ask this question in this assembly because, go to any marriages or any functions, how they dress, how I will look better than anybody else. But when they go there, they found that everybody is better than me, because everybody wants to be a special attraction. So this is the way in this world we live for others, not for ourselves. So anyway, to become famous. And people do so many things in this world to become famous. But how long their fame stays? In India they gave slogan, जब तक सूरज चांद रहेगा तब तक तेरा नाम रहेगा. लेकिन but they don't even know Suraj and Chandra also go away. Even if somebody stays so long, so nobody's fame can stay so long. Maybe 1 generation, 2 generations. Correct? Like when we were young, there was we used to hear the songs of kind of a Hemant Kumar and all these things. Today's generation, they don't even know the name. That time he was so famous. So similarly, any cricket star in our time, somebody from film stars. So many different people, politicians, say different. But after 1 generation, finish. What's the use of that kind of fame? What's the use of that kind of fame? So in devotee circle, I want to become famous. I give nice lectures. I know many slokas. I do cook nice. I make nice garlands. I dress nice deities. So that is competing with all the gopis who do better service than us. Who can be better preacher than Krishna? Who can dress Krishna better than Yashoda or Radharani? Who can cook better than Radharani? So when we start even devotional circle taking all this for fame, then our heart is not purified. Our faith doesn't increase because I want to become Krishna. I want to become better devotee. I show, not become. Becoming is good, but showing is bad. We have to become good devotees, but not to show that I am better than others, especially in competition. You see this competition, some cook is there, what he thinks, अरे उसको क्या आता है, नमक डालना नहीं आता है, See, when I cook, it's never like that, Always you see all this comparison is going on. That means we are competing not with that person, we are competing with Krishna. So envy is there. So all strength, all fame, all beauty. What is our beauty? It's a bag of stool, urine, pus, all these dirty things are there. It is just label outside and we think it is a beautiful. But does that last long? You know, I don't know how to pronounce the word Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe, right? She was supposed to be the beautiful woman in the world, correct? But she used to hide herself when she became old because she don't wanted to show the wrinkles. How long that beauty can last, you know? So I heard in one lecture, the most beautiful woman in this world looks like a horse in front of the Apsaras. Miss Universe, you know. She looks like a horse in front of the Apsaras. And Apsaras looks like horse in front of Lakshmis. And Lakshmis looks like horse in front of the Gopis. So Gopis among all of them is Radharani, who is Krishna is attracted to, and Radharani is attracted to Krishna. So he is so beautiful. His body is not meant like ours. It's Satchidananda. Prabhupada explains he was 125 years old. Even Bhishma was older than him on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, but he was looking young. Correct? So Krishna never goes beyond 16 years and some days. Correct? And you'll be happy to know that you also don't grow more than 16 years. You know that? Your body grows. You see, even if you become 80 years, your thoughts are like 16 years. You know? Why is that? Why is that? Because we are part and parcel of Krishna, right? Even you are 60-year-old, you are thinking about this, you know, eating chanas and everything. There is no teeth, but still we buy some, you know, all fake teeth. You can't hear, so you have hearing aids, you know, you can't see, we have sunglasses, correct? And if you cannot have sex, there are many things, you know, to increase your appetite for sex. This is why, because I want to be 16, even though body is getting old. But devotee don't get into that competition. He accepts body is getting old. This is a nature's course, correct? He don't want to show this beauty, and he don't want to feel the attraction opposite sex. Narayana Maharaj told in one lecture that even sea cockroach thinks that, no, he cockroach thinks that sea cockroach is beautiful, you know. So this is, what is that? Why is that? Because beauty is the part of attraction in this world, correct? So once you see Krishna, it is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam, if you see the smile of Krishna, all the miseries of this world are gone. But we do not have that faith. So we come in front of deity and try to develop that. You know, see beautiful smile of Krishna, beautiful form of Krishna, to dress beautiful Krishna, so that I will forget me. You know, as long as me is there, there is no, there is envy. You know, even when you dress, I dress Krishna, that's why Krishna is looking, you know, good. So it is not like that. Krishna lets us. Just you hold the garland in your hand, it doesn't look good, no matter how beautiful garland you make. But as soon as it goes on Krishna, it's multiple times the beauty increases, right? And one time, His Holiness Chandramodi Maharaj giving class in NVCC, in Radha Vrindavan Chandra temple in India. And you know, it's beautiful Radha Vrindavan Chandra deities. And he started laughing, you know, he started laughing like 1 minute he was laughing like anything, in middle of the lecture. And then we also started laughing because he's laughing. We don't know why. So he's laughing something. And then he said, he was talking about beauty, you know. Then he said, you know why I was laughing? He said, I was thinking if I dress like Krishna, how will look? He said, I will look like a joker, right? If you dress like Radharani, you'll look like a joker. We should not think like that. But that's it. He said, I had a thought in my mind. He said, even, you know, like if you put a big turban, how it will look? We will look like a crazy person when you go outside. Nobody will be attracted. But Krishna is attracted. That's his beauty. No matter how beautiful you try to become, you cannot become attractive as Krishna. And Krishna has, you know, his beauty is unparalleled. He is called Manohar. He attracts the minds of gopis and also all the jivas. So if we are proud of our beauty, and that is one of the disqualifications, you know, according to Kunti, Janma Aishwarya Sriti Srivi. So these are the 4 disqualifications. But devotees, they surpass this. So if you are thinking that I am the most beautiful, that means I am envying Krishna. So there is no faith. karma cycle increases. So that's faith, beauty, all knowledge. Who can say that I have all the knowledge? You know, even if you go to this library, so many books of knowledge are there. Anybody can say that I have read all the books and understood all it. No, all the knowledge is coming from Krishna. And beyond all the knowledge, Raj Vidya. Nobody has given knowledge about soul, God, and nature, Kala, and Prakriti, nature. In this world, like Krishna, just 700 slokas of Bhagavad Gita. Out of that, Krishna is speaking only 400 or plus slokas. Others are by Arjuna and Sanjaya. So in these slokas, Krishna is giving the knowledge which is not given by anybody. All the scriptures, let alone the religious scriptures, they are all following the same knowledge which is already given by Krishna, Raj Vidya. So I may claim that I am a PhD in some subject, he may claim, some PhD. But can we say that I have knowledge of everything? So Krishna, not only that he has knowledge, he is Vedaham Samatitani, Vartamanani Arjuna, Bhavishyani Bhutani. He knows previous, he is good what's gone in present, he knows what's going on in future of every soul. Can you imagine what knowledge that is? Krishna knows everybody, past, future and present. So therefore, when knowledge comes, if we think I have all the knowledge because I have PhD, then we start envying Krishna. Therefore, the scholars cannot appreciate Krishna because they think, why scientists, it is difficult to understand, take Krishna as a Supreme Personality of Godhead, because they are so proud of their knowledge. They try to understand Krishna with their knowledge, which is not possible. Krishna cannot understand with the material knowledge. You have to accept him as it is to understand how he is. So we cannot understand Krishna with our own knowledge. That's why he comes and he gives us the Dharma Samsthapanataya. He comes here and he gives this knowledge. So if I am proud of some knowledge, even I am the knower of the scriptures, I know so many slokas, Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, all the scriptures I have memorized, that is the fall down. That's competing with Krishna, because he is the one he gave all the knowledge. Vedesya sarvair aham eva vedo. So he is the one who gave the knowledge. So devotee, he is not envying. He just takes it as a representative of Krishna to preach. He don't want to keep it with him. If you have a knowledge, if you keep it, that means you want it for yourself. Krishna didn't keep his knowledge with himself. He gave it for others. Correct? That's why everybody should preach. Whatever knowledge we get, no matter whatever it is. When Prabhupada started this movement, there were no books, but still they went and opened temples. Now we have all the books, we don't go to the temple. So just imagine why Prabhupada's disciples, they did so much, because they had such a faith in Prabhupada saying. They will go and repeat. When Prabhupada, I don't have much time to explain, when Prabhupada was in 26nd Avenue, one devotee, Mukunda, he went to San Francisco. Even before Prabhupada came there, he had 50 devotees chanting. One of them is Malti, Shamsundar, Sri Guru, all these people. They were chanting. So just a faith, and how much you can hear in 1 month where there is no book or anything. So that is the power of preaching. Whatever you know, you should give it to others. Otherwise, I am competing with Krishna. And I am just keeping the knowledge for myself. And more you keep it to yourself, I start thinking I am a better scholar. So whenever we hear, it is said, I practice this. Whenever I hear something new, I tell 5 people. So that what happens, I can keep that knowledge more, and 5 people hear glories about Krishna, glories about Krishna's, Aishwarya. So knowledge is meant for distributing. Knowledge is not meant for keeping to us. So Krishna don't keep knowledge with him. He comes and gives it to Brahma, and he tells you tell it to everybody. That's the whole the parampara started. Prabhupada didn't keep the knowledge with him. Bhaktisiddhanta didn't keep. So we are in that line. We should not also keep the knowledge what we have. We should try to give it as much as possible. Because if we keep it, I know that tendency comes. So that is why we start envying, again the cycle starts. So that's knowledge and all renunciation. So it is very difficult to accept Krishna as a renunciate, because our idea of renunciation is different. Our idea of renunciation means not to have any association with woman. That is the renunciation. Or giving up everything for some cause. But just like the first devotee, Kit Ham, who later on became Kirtananda, Prabhupada was 70 plus and he was doing everything. He was going shopping, bringing all the groceries, cutting all vegetables, cleaning all the grains and cooking, and then serving, and after they gone, they will clean the plates and everything. So Kirtananda was saying this and he felt sorry for this old man. So that's why he also liked philosophy and he wanted to surrender his life to Krishna. So he went to Prabhupada and he said, Swamiji, I want to give up everything and join you for serving Krishna. So Prabhupada asked him, what do you have to give up? What do you have to give up? Is anything belong to you? Nothing. So giving up doesn't mean that it is a renunciation. Because we don't own anything. Correct? In India, they say, everybody says, अरे जन्मते वक्त कुछ नहीं लाया, मरते वक्त कुछ नहीं लेके जाएंगे, है ना? When we are born, we didn't bring anything. When we die, we don't take anything. But in between, I want everything, Correct? So if he didn't bring anything, you try to understand who it belongs to and use it in his service. Correct? So don't think we are renunciate. We are not at all renunciate. Even if we give up everything, actually everybody is so renunciate, they have given up Krishna. Who owns everything? Can you imagine? They are real renunciates. Right? In the sense of our possession. Who possesses everything, they have given up that person. So how much renounced they should be? If you think giving up possession is a renunciation. But that is not a renunciation. So, but in that sense, Vairagya means who is detached. Now, Krishna is detached from everything. He creates this material universe, you don't even look at it. You know that? He gives it to Shiva in the form of Sadashiva to bring all of us like full people who are trying to enjoy here. He makes all the facilities through Shiva, Sadashiva. He creates Vishnu, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Krishna is just playing flute, he is there, the spiritual world. He don't take any part in this material world. He is there in the heart of Paramatma, that is also part of Mahavishnu. Goloka Nimni Nivasati, he is enjoying in Goloka. So that's his renunciation. So he has created everything and he is not even attached to it. We don't create anything, we get everything from Krishna, we become attached to it and say, I have renounced it. So, in the Rajasuya Yajna, because Bhishma materially was considered renunciate because he didn't associate with in his whole life. He didn't look at woman, in a very negative way. So, in Rajasuya Yajna, everybody went to Bhishma to give that Agra Puja Sthan to him. And then Bhishma says, Krishna is there and you want that Agra Puja to be the greatest renunciate? He said, you go to Krishna. Everybody is confused. And he said, I have never associated with woman. So you are glorifying me. Krishna stays always with woman, but he is not attached to those. Or he do not have any physical connection. So that's the greatest renunciation. So therefore, we have to understand Krishna's renunciation from a renounced person. Because he is not, first you have to be detached to understand the detachment of Krishna. So if you are an enjoyer, you will think Krishna is also like enjoyer like me, Even in the courts in India, they quote Krishna for, what is that? Living marriage, what they call? Live-in relationship marriage. When Krishna had so many relationships, So what's wrong if I have with one, So Krishna had many gopis, he had all the living, he didn't marry them, So they use it in court, in India, Dharma Bhumi, what to speak of all over the world. So, because they don't know what Krishna is, how he is married to 16,000, So, one time Jaswamati Vanandan Prabhu, from Gujarat, he left his body. He asked Prabhupada, all women are wives of Krishna? And Prabhupada said, yes, including your wife, So you have to understand renunciation Means don't think the way we enjoyment, that is not enjoy. This enjoyment, Krishna spits out of this enjoyment of this world. Because this is not enjoyment. We think it is enjoyment because we are in a drunkard position. So drunkard always thinks he is in good position. So we are not enjoying. When you come out of this, you will see how much you are suffering. Actually, I am suffering. So this Krishna's renunciation we have to understand only from Krishna, and we have to develop that quality. Now, if I am renounced and I am thinking I am renounced, I am competing with Krishna. Because Krishna is really renounced. I cannot be renounced because nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to Krishna, and Krishna is attached to that. He can say he is renounced. I cannot say that. What I have given up? I have given up food, I have given up water, I have given up breathing. We are still taking Krishna's energy. So while we are taking this energy, if you are serving Krishna, that means you are not envying. So in this way, all these 6 qualities, when we try to get for credit for ourselves, then we are competing with Krishna. And when we are competing, that means envy. If there is envy, there is no faith. If there is no faith, the cycle will go on. So therefore, how we begin? First, engaging all your actions in serving Krishna, in whatever we have. That way, envy will go and faith will increase. So we have to go reverse. What? Serve. Do as ordered by Krishna and his representative. And in that service, we will not serve a person if we have envy in our heart. I am better than you, then why I will serve you? So when in philosophical we understand, try to serve Krishna, Krishna sees the desire that he wants to serve. So slowly he gives us mercy and our envy gets less and less and less and faith increases and slowly we become free from karmic reactions. So I'll stop here. If there is any questions, 2 to 3 minutes left, or any comments?
Sometimes this various comes, you can spend the time to.
No, it's okay. I leave for questions if anybody has.
Questions, comments is an opportunity.
Anybody wants to add something? Yes.
So I have a question about what you were saying about knowledge, that if you share the knowledge, then you're not envious, and if you keep it to yourself, then you are envious? Is that what you're saying? Because
Something like
it
that.
seems like people take it the opposite way. Like if you tell the knowledge, then they think you're a know-it-all, and if you just keep quiet, then they don't.
Yeah, something like that I said. I said first, Krishna don't keep knowledge with him. He gave the knowledge. Why? Because we are suffering in this world, so he gives the knowledge. So when I get the knowledge, if I keep it, I'm a thief because it's somebody else's property. Krishna's property. If I get a knowledge, I should distribute it. Because it is not my knowledge. But I got it, I became free by following Krishna. So in that sense, I said yes. That means you are keeping, you don't want to give, so you are becoming envious. If I tell somebody Krishna will become famous, I will not become famous.
I see. Okay.
Hare Krishna. The Prabhupada went all over the world, he spread the glories of Krishna. If he just had all the knowledge sitting in Radha Damodar, he was enjoying. Correct? But he thought, no, if I keep this with me, this is not devotional service. I should go out and glorify Krishna. Make everybody Krishna conscious. He opened the door. So thief keeps the thing with him. Anything if you keep, then what if you become proud of it? And become attached to it. Correct? So as we get, we should give it. Right? Very good.
Sometimes, because we are part of Krishna, we have the same quality as Krishna, in my view. So Krishna wants to enjoy, and Krishna wants to be the center. That's why we are also part of him, so we want to be the center. This kind of argument that we are part of him, he wants to be the center, so I am part of him, so naturally I have the quality to be the center.
Yeah.
But then that is the whole root cause of the problem, that I want to be the center. But it is our natural situation, because we are part of him, we have the quality to be
in the center, right? Yes, you are 100% sure. Correct? But you have to understand what is the source of your happiness. Part of a center means You are part and parcel of a center, not full center. Amayu Amsho. So you have a right to enjoyment. So you can enjoy prasad, there is nothing wrong. Right? You can enjoy reading Bhagavad Gita, there is nothing wrong. Okay? You can enjoy your home by having deity worship, nothing wrong. Krishna has given you independence, but he is teaching you how to enjoy this material world. There is nothing wrong. But if you start thinking, I am the best, then that's the problem. Then you are not enjoying, you are envy. I cook better, that is not enjoyment. Correct? I eat better. But when you start thinking it is mine, that Krishna don't like. No, definitely Krishna has given. Actually, I will tell you, Krishna conscious people are the most sense gratifying people in the world. Because they know Satchidananda senses they are satisfying. Everybody is satisfying body, but they are real sense gratifiers. Because they are satisfying the senses of Krishna, and automatically, like when you stand in front of mirror, you also see yourself. So when you feed Krishna, you are also satisfied. If that center is there, you satisfy Krishna as a reflection, that happiness comes. You try to forget Krishna and do the same thing, that is not a center. Krishna center means you do for Krishna, the reflection will come to you. Not you do for yourself and you go to Krishna. No. Understand what center means? Krishna is center. So do it for him, as a reflection you will get. Separately, very nice question. You confused me. Yes.
So we say chant and be happy.
There you go. I never said that. Prabhupada said that.
No, but we do see devotees where they are not happy. So how do we understand? Sometimes, like.
There is, Krishna says, Dukhalema Shashvata. Krishna says there is no happiness in this world. Why you are trying to look? Does Krishna says anywhere that you become happy? No. Only you become happy when you are serving Krishna. So, in the conditioned stage, we are not experiencing that happiness because our idea of happiness is different. Right? That's why we think we are not happy, even though we are chanting. So what Prabhupada says, chant Hare Krishna, means chant Hare Krishna, whatever comes you by Krishna's grace, be happy in that. Understand? I am chanting Hare Krishna, my car is not standing in front of my house. That is not chanting Hare Krishna. Krishna don't give car, Krishna gives cycle, okay, that's happy for me. I go to my office in 2 minutes, that cycle is good for my health, you know. Take it as Krishna's mercy, be happy with cycle. Krishna gives you car, that's fine. But don't have a capacity of cycle and think about what is the car, you know, Mercedes or something. So, otherwise there is no end. There is no end for your demands in this world. Correct? Shukdev Goswami is impractical in this situation, but that's what does simple living and high thinking means. Now, Shukdev Goswami says in the Bhagavatam, he said, when there is a ground, why I need a bed? Correct? We can sleep on the ground. We don't need a bed. He said, when I have elbow, why I need a pillow? Right? He said, when I have sky, why I need a blanket? If there are so many fruits, why I need to cook? This is simple living. Anything after that is sense gratification. So think how much you are better situated.
That's his explanation, is evidence.
Right? How much we are doing sense gratification than the simple living standard. Right? Right? Then there is no happiness in this world because our demands never finish.
Sir, how to get to simple living?
What's the question, sir?
How to get to the simple living?
Simple living.
The Bhakti spirit.
Yes. Be happy with whatever you have. No expectation. Work for 8 hours. Whatever you get, be happy with that. You know, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has a triangle of living in this world. You divide your day in 3. 8 hours, right? 8 hours you work. Sincerely work, whatever you are doing, whatever job you are doing. Correct? 8 hours for recreation of this body. Sleep, eat, take bath, 8 hours. What are you doing other 8 hours? Try to understand Krishna, chant, read Bhagavatam, serve. So every day we have 8 hours extra. Just imagine every day we are wasting 8 hours of life which we can use in Krishna service. That is simple living. 8 hours I work, enough now. And what do you need? There is a great saint Tukaram says, you cannot eat whatever you can hold in your palm. That is the definition of simple living of Tukaram. Whatever hold in palm is yours, because that you can eat and have it in belly. That's yours. Nothing else is yours. So we have better than situation than what they have, right? In America, nobody is, you have enough stock at least for 8 days in home. So it is not that we are waiting for some fruit to fall, we are sleeping in nice 6-inch bed, we have a pillow, we have a thick blanket. So we have to understand how much of simple living we are living. Anything more than that, what will happen? As we become rich, car changes, bed size changes, right? Bed changes, right? Food changes, your quality is changing, consciousness is not changing. Just imagine, right? We have a little money, I will have a small house. Bigger money, big house. So we had a place to live, and there also we are living. Okay? I had a car, but I am not satisfied. I have to buy something better. When you have that, you have to buy something better. So where it will end? So that's why we have example of Ravana, He had everything, but he wanted more. Hiranyakashipu, he had everything, but he wanted more. So we are little Hiranyakashipu than Ravana. So what is the point? Is simple living means first chant Hare Krishna, read Srimad Bhagavatam, and then go and work. Whatever Krishna gives, use it in his service. Don't keep chanting last. Chant Hare Krishna first, and then be happy with whatever he gives. That is sadhu. If you try to be happy, then chant, it will never come. You will never be happy. You try to chant your rounds in the evening and try to chant in the morning before you start. See the difference in consciousness. So chant Hare Krishna first and then be happy. Because Hare Krishna teaches you what is happiness. Otherwise we have our own ideas of happiness. Correct? Like in Cincinnati, I was staying in one house and kid was crying, because he don't want to come for a program and he wanted to go with his friend to play cricket. That is his happiness, that's my life. If I don't get that, I'll be miserable. But is that true? So in a higher sense, we are kid in front of Krishna. He is giving us everything and we are going to play cricket, but forgetting what he has given. So simple living means, Tukaram Maharaj very beautifully says, Kevile Anante Teche Rave Chitya Sudave Samadhana. Whatever Krishna has kept you, whatever way, be happy into that. Don't have many demands. Don't live for others. Live for yourself. Because all we want to do for others, अरे उसके पास ये है, मेरे पास नहीं होगा तो अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. So that's why we want to get that. When you go to that situation, which is some other person, oh he has that, I should have that. So happiness is not outside, happiness is within. Otherwise, why sadhus are happy? They don't have anything. So it's within. So chant Hare Krishna, that will teach you how to become happy, how to be happy in simple living. Is that correct? Maybe Krishna, you have to add something.
Thank you.
Otherwise, I will be Krishna. Thank you all very much. It's always nice to be in Columbus. Very enthusiastic congregation, and I see so many new faces and so many old friends. So thank you all for giving me this opportunity to serve you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.